It's New Year's today. We decided to film a quick video showing you guys how we clean up some of the rusty old objects that we find. We did this in a video before. In that video, we were metal detecting and we actually found some old beer cans that were buried. We brought them home and cleaned them up and showed you guys the before and after. Today we're just going to be cleaning up some random objects that we either dug up or that were given to us, and we'll show you guys the before and after. First things first, safety is always important. So what I'm going to be wearing for PPE, which is personal protective equipment, is these gloves and these goggles. The reason we need the PPE is because we'll be cleaning with oxalic acid today. This is in the powder form. It's 100% oxalic acid. It works really well to knock off the rust. It is biodegradable, so once you need to dispose of it, you can dilute it with water and it's safe for the environment. So what you will need is oxalic acid, 2 soft bristled toothbrushes, the PPE, and we're going to be using 2 5-gallon buckets. The objects we're going to clean today are these old cans that the camera guy's grandma found, a pocket knife, a Prince Albert can, we find a ton of these. We're going to toss in a Blitz beer can, that should clean up nicely. This old iron that we dug up out of the yard, a stove and lantern fuel can, we found this while out hiking. We're going to do 3 horseshoes today. We're actually looking to get into electrolysis, so we're going to do kind of a comparison video later on comparing electrolysis versus acid washing. And then we're going to throw in these beer caps. There's no logo on them right now, but we're going to see if we can clean them up and maybe spot a logo. When you fill your buckets up with water, you want to make sure to have enough to completely submerge your objects. And then when you're adding in the acid, you kind of have to play it by ear. You might want to test it out on some objects that aren't that valuable until you find the perfect amount of acid to add into the bucket. We added a little bit of acid into each bucket, and then you want to find some kind of a stick, like a painter's stick, or we just found this branch, and you want to mix it up. We just wanted to show you guys one more quick before of how rusty everything is. When submerging the objects, you want to just take it easy. It's important not to splash any, so we're just going to take it slow, let this fill up, and completely submerge it. Everything is submerged now. We just let them soak for a little bit and we'll pull them out periodically and check on how they're doing. The bucket had a shadow in it, so you couldn't really see in the camera, but now I have the light shining in there, and as you can see, everything is soaking. Okay, we're gonna start pulling up some objects. So we got this Prince Albert can here. As you guys can see, one of the sides is white, this side still has its red color. As you can see in the toothbrush, the rest is coming off, and we can see the Prince Albert logo on the bottom. So I'm not going to clean this Prince Albert can anymore. A lot of the rest did come off, but the side that was exposed to the sun is pretty tore up already. The front does look really nice still. You can see a lot of detail, so I'm going to stop cleaning here. This Blitz beer can is turning out pretty good. I can see some of the blue right here. Just gonna take this soft bristled toothbrush over it some more. I'm starting to see the logo on both sides now. And I'm actually gonna submerge this a little bit longer because I think it just needs to soak a little bit more. These bottle caps are actually turning out really good. I can see the logo on this one now. I think it's a horseshoe. Clean some of that gunk off. This little can is cleaning up pretty good. We don't see a logo or anything on it, so we don't really see the point of cleaning it more. We're just gonna leave it as is and keep that rustic look. This big can is cleaning up really nicely. You can read the directions here on the side of it, and you couldn't read those before. This side looks fantastic. I'm really just taking the toothbrush over these spots that are still pretty rusty. I'm not going to clean the rest of this though. So it is winter, it's starting to get dark already. We got started on this a little bit late, but we're just gonna show you the progress we've made so far. This big can is cleaning up really nicely. You can see nice crisp white, the blue lettering. It's getting really shiny. This down here would probably clean up even better if we added more acid and let it soak a little bit and brushed it off some more. But this is all we're gonna do for today. Let's go see the Blitz beer can here. Let me empty this out. This is turning out pretty good. Oh, this side turned out really nice. Cleaned up pretty well. You can see the blue around it. Both of these cans were surface fines, so they do tend to get a lot more rust on them. If the cans were completely buried, they would clean up even nicer, like the ones in our last video. See how everything else is turning out. We have this big iron here. Some of the chunks of rust are starting to break off, but electrolysis might work a lot better with something like this. Let's see what else. Here's the pocket knife. It's looking really good. We got some rivets right here. We couldn't see that before because there was so much buildup.
It's getting shiny on that side a little bit too. You see right there?
Oh yeah.
Maybe I'll hit it with a brush a little bit longer too. Yeah, cool. That's just the can.
This can.
Any logos on it? Oh, it's shining up, but there's nothing on it, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's starting to get shiny, but no logos or anything. Looks like these horseshoes weren't really touched at all by the acid. They don't look cleaned up at all, but this is why we want to try electrolysis and see if maybe that would clean these up better, because you do find a lot of these bigger, thicker metal objects, and if we could get these to clean up, they'd look really nice in the garage. But the acid does work well on like the cans and that thinner metal. Thank you for watching today's video. We just wanted to make a quick instructional video on how we acid wash the metal objects that we find. Now you guys have the step-by-step instructions. If you want to try it, just make sure to be safe if you're going to do it. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and we have a lot of content coming soon. We've been exploring the mines in Arizona and finding some pretty cool stuff in our backyard, so make sure to hit that subscribe button.